Keep Lyle, folks. The second most popular guy on Grindr, right there. All right, it's great to be here. It's great to be anywhere. I got family visiting from out of town, so it's good to get out of the fucking house. Yeah. They want to go to the strip and gamble. They're gambling right now on this strip. Let's go to the strip and gamble. That's all I want to do. I live in Vegas. I want to go gamble. Yeah. They actually got money from friends of theirs back home to gamble for them. Isn't that stupid? First time you lose, well, they want their fucking money. I actually did that once. When I was living in Los Angeles, this friend of mine was coming here, so I gave him $100. When he got home, I said, so how'd I do? He said, well, you got laid. All right. I was a woman this time. I'm currently single. I ran into my old girlfriend the other day. She's a school teacher. I went out with her for 3 years. I just write her poetry and she'd correct it and give it back to me. She was always correcting me. I'd say, do you want some more coffee? She said, would you like some more coffee? Do you want to go out to dinner? Would you like to go out to dinner? Do you want to have sex? No. One time for her birthday, I gave her a big diamond ring. She just looked at it and said, do you know a diamond is the hardest object on earth? I said, not this moment, it's not. Prove it, I cut glass. I went out to this waitress from the comedy club a couple of weeks ago. You know, we both worked nights, so I took her on a little picnic. Then we went horseback riding. That night at the club, she was walking kind of funny. She told all the other waitresses that she spent the day riding a horse. Now I got all these waitresses calling me up. Won't they be disappointed? I went out with this aerobics instructor I met at the gym. She was gorgeous. She asked me if I want to go skiing with her and a bunch of her friends. I said, oh yeah, I want to go. So I went out and I bought new skis, boots, poles, gloves, had a brand new ski outfit on with a lightning bolt down the leg. I looked hot, boy. I felt like such a fool when we got to the lake. Maybe it's me. I don't know. Yeah, I have a date this week. It's a first date. Don't you hate first dates? Especially the end, that awkward moment. You're standing there, she's standing there, then you got a pair. That's the worst part of the whole date. Yeah. Yeah, this friend of mine just got married. He calls me about a month ago and says, hey, I'm having a bachelor party in Vegas. You know any strip clubs in Vegas? Strip clubs here in Vegas? Let me think for 2 seconds. So they come out and we went to a strip club called, what's it called? Little Darlings. Oh, you been there? They're not that little, are they? They're all these big bodybuilder chicks. It was scary. Walked in there, I said, my God, are these strippers or lumberjacks? They were big. One of them looked like Lou Ferrigno. That's not even a good look for Lou. That was a mess. The stripper pole's all bent and shit. I paid $20 for a lap dance, my legs went numb. It's a scary bunch they got there. One girl had her belly button pierced, you know. At least that's what she told me. I couldn't see it through her six-pack abs. Yeah, she was scary. And they all have these weird tattoos. I like some tattoos if they're, you know, nice and play stripe. When you got a Harley Davidson dealership going across your chest, you've gone too far. Yeah. And one girl says, well, I have a tattoo on the small of my back. I said, you don't have a small of your back. You got a big fucking back. You got a back like Brock Lesnar. That's a big fucking back. So we were drinking for like a week straight. It was the weirdest bachelor party ever. That's tough, boy. Be careful drinking. I used to drink a lot. One time I got really drunk. I said, that's it. I'm quitting. I went to Alcoholics Anonymous. I walked in there. I said, I'm Ron. I'm an alcoholic. They said, Ron, this is a AAA meeting. In that case, my car is wrapped around a tree. They said, are you a member? I said, I don't remember nothing. It's a big tree fucking sitting there. I remember that, all right. I remember one there when I left the house. Yeah, it was bad drinking for a week. I had to quit drinking. The last straw was I was in this nightclub one night. I met this hot-looking Latina woman. She was smoking hot. She had long, luscious legs, beautiful boobs. She had one of these cute little Latina faces. She looked like Jennifer Lopez. I woke up next morning, she looked like fucking George Lopez. I went right to rehab. And I said, fuck this. Yeah. It was weird that she didn't even speak English. I don't even know how I met her. Sure as hell didn't know what to do with her. So next morning I was dropped off at Home Depot. And I figured, she'll just migrate back into the community. It'll be fine. I picked her up a week later, had to do some landscaping. It was great. She's a hard worker, that girl. So when you're a comedian, people expect to be funny 24 hours a day. I was at a party, I'm talking to this guy. He says, so what do you do for a living? I said, I'm a comedian. He says, oh, you don't seem real funny. I said, oh, what do you do? He said, I'm a cop. I said, oh, you don't seem like an asshole. Turns out he was an asshole. Do we have any cops here tonight? None? Okay, fuck those guys. That's great. I love living here in Vegas. I just bought a house here. It's one of those, what do you call it, a foreclosure. Which turns out is a French word meaning piece of shit. What a pile of shit this house is. The realtor says, well, all it needs is a little TLC. Come to find out they don't sell that at Home Depot. There's all other shit I'm going to need, but there's no TLC on aisle 19. So I come home one day and every sink in the house is plugged up. I had to call a plumber. Shit, you ever call a plumber? Should have known I was in trouble when he pulled up in a limo. Do we have any plumbers here today? Fuck those guys. This guy was a real asshole, too. He's like, hey, how are you, Mr. Coleman? Beautiful day, isn't it, Mr. Coleman? I was like, oh, fuck off. He goes, well, let me check out and see what the problem is. He goes outside for like 40 minutes, comes back in and says, well, Mr. Coleman, I got some good news, I got some bad news. I said, what's the bad news? He said, your main water line's plugged up all the way out to the street. I said, what's the good news? He says, I'm buying a boat. You guys have been great. Enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you.